Maria's story is like none other. A woman beaten, abused, and left for dead, yet she survives, and now she hopes her story stops the violence. Maria Chiarilli loved Walter Russ, at least at the beginning.
First couple of years it was good.
She was 19, he in his late 20s. Walter was the bouncer at the Geneva bar Maria worked at.
People used to comment on how come he didn't hit me yet, because he had hit all the other women.
That was until they got married in 1993. Maria was 30.
Shock at first when I couldn't believe he would do that to me. There was no reason for it.
As the years went on, Maria says she was beaten and abused by Walter for more than a decade.
No one talks back to Walter Russ.
Maria has 7 children, 5 with Russ. She says they saw the abuse.
They pretty much were scared of him.
Maria ran away to a women's shelter and one time to a motel, bringing her children with her. But she kept going back.
It was more bad than good. But the good always sort of like gave you hope that it would be good again.
Ontario County Assistant District Attorney Jim Ritz has seen and heard this before.
You see people saying, well, why wouldn't she just leave? I think we need to step back, and what we need to realize is that we aren't in those situations. And the one thing that Maria knew was how to survive.
Survival was key because Maria says the bad got worse.
I had no self-esteem. It was belittling, degrading.
Maria says her husband's threats weren't anything police could nab him for.
You know, body movements, gestures, things that he did, like shave his head or put his sunglasses on.
Some threats were more direct.
He had a knife at the sink or a fork or something. He turned around and just to let me know that I'm coming back.
Maria finally got an order of protection and filed for divorce. She says Walter didn't stay away. She says he stalked her.
At one point, I had ran down to family counseling and left notes under one of the counselors that was dealing with me under the door. I was terrified.
Ritz says it's a struggle.
You empower these people, you let them know, you get orders of protection, but on a violation it's 15 days. And if they escalate and they violate that order of protection, then it's a misdemeanor.
Months passed. Her kids would see Walter. She eventually started dating again. Maria told him, and that's when her life changed forever. On January 22nd, 2011.
He just busted a door and shot the gentleman that was there from across from the door, and then he came and got on top of me and started shooting me.
Maria says she tried to dodge and anticipate his moves. Her children just upstairs. The shots, 1, 2.
I realized after the second bullet that I was still alive because I smelled the gun smoke. So I knew I was still alive.
Shot, stabbed, beaten. Authorities say Walter shot Maria at least twice in the head and face and stabbed her across her body. Hospital photos show a deep stab wound to her leg and where the bullet punctured her skull.
I felt every bullet and every stab. I felt the burn. I felt it all.
The wounds were too many to count. Maria black and blue from every hit.
What kept you fighting?
My kids. My kids.
Maria fought back. She says a heavenly sight helped her fight.
Also seen an angel with every stab and every bullet.
Maria says she let the angels watch over her.
I'm definitely not ashamed of my God. He protected me. He wants me here for a reason. And sent the angels to help me out.
This time, she says she wasn't going to give Walter the upper hand.
No, I didn't want to let him win, and I didn't want to leave my kids. I didn't want to die, but it would have been so much easier and less painful if I just closed my eyes and died.
But Maria survived. Now she's the face often invisible in domestic abuse.
I've wanted to tell this story since the minute I gained consciousness in the hospital.
Why?
Because I looked in the mirror And it's such a silent crime. You know?
A crime that Maria has given a voice. Maria says if she helps save at least one person from enduring domestic abuse, she will feel successful. Coming up tomorrow night, we'll show you how Maria is recovering from those injuries and her advice on how to end the cycle of domestic abuse. Caroline Tucker, News 8.